They called me Mop Girl behind my back, like I was some joke walking through the polished halls of Belmont Prep. They smirked at my thrift store shoes, my homemade lunches, and most of all, my father. He was the school janitor. Every day he mopped the floors they strutted on like royalty. To them, I was invisible, or worse, a reminder of everything they thought they were better than. But what they didn't know was that the same man they mocked for pushing a mop had once trained with the Navy SEALs. He had scars he never showed, medals he never talked about, and a fire in him that could still light up any battlefield if he ever chose to return. And when I told him how they treated me, how they laughed and called me trash, he didn't lecture me. He just asked me one question: "You ready to train?" What happened next turned me into someone no one, not Ivy Montgomery, not her spoiled crew, not even I, saw coming. This is the story of how a janitor's daughter became the most feared girl in school without ever throwing the first punch. The first time I heard someone whisper, "Mop Girl," behind my back, I laughed it off like it didn't matter, like it didn't sting, like it wasn't true, but it was. My name is Eliza. My father, Robert Dean, is the janitor at Belmont Prep, a private high school filled with politicians' sons, tech billionaires' daughters, and legacy kids whose grandparents have buildings named after them. Me? I walk these halls in faded shoes, with my lunch packed in a reused plastic container, and a name no one really cared to remember, except when they needed a laugh. "Hey, Eliza," one of them would say with a smirk, "your dad bring his mop today? Maybe you can clean the gym after practice." I smiled, always smiled, not because I didn't want to cry, but because my father taught me something long ago. If you show them your pain, they win. So don't, not yet. They mocked the grease under his nails, the way his keys clinked when he walked, how he always wore that old Navy cap. But they didn't know what I knew. They didn't know what that hat really meant, or what my dad was truly capable of. Mr. Thornton, the headmaster, had allowed me to attend Belmont on a full scholarship. It wasn't pity. I'd scored top of the city in state exams. But around here, brains didn't beat money, or clicks. Every week, the humiliation grew worse. Ivy Montgomery, the queen of everything, captain of the dance team, daughter of a Wall Street executive, took special joy in targeting me. "You know," she said once, circling me like a predator, "it's so cute how you try to act like you belong here. But let's not pretend. We all know where you'll end up. Probably working here. Like your daddy." Her followers laughed, even the ones who said hi to me in the library. Cowards. I told my dad everything that night. I didn't cry. I just sat quietly while he fixed the toaster. He didn't look up, just said, "You want me to teach you how to hit back? Not with fists, but with something better." That was the beginning. Turns out my dad wasn't always a janitor. Before he started mopping floors, he trained with the U.S. Navy SEALs, specialized in tactical combat, hand-to-hand self-defense, and endurance. Got injured during a classified operation, retired with medals. The trauma had nearly broken him, until he found peace in a simple life, raising me. He had no interest in fighting anymore. But when he looked at me that night, eyes filled with an old fire I had never seen before, I realized something. I didn't need him to fight for me. I needed to learn to fight for myself. Training began at 4 a.m. every morning, while Belmont slept. We started with running, not jogging, running. Through the woods behind our building, uphill, until my lungs burned and my legs threatened to give out. Then strength, pull-ups on the rusted pipes behind our laundry unit, push-ups with weights strapped to my back, grip strength using bricks. He taught me how to breathe, how to fall without injury, how to get back up when you're on the ground and the world thinks it's over. "It's never over," he said. "Not until you choose." He taught me balance, how to stay centered when someone's trying to knock you off emotionally. Ivy's words didn't sting so much after that. Then came the technique. One day he brought out a box of training gear. Time to learn to defend yourself. I learned Krav Maga, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, real-world defense tactics. He wasn't easy on me. He treated me like a soldier. If I cried, he handed me a water bottle and said, Cry later, right now, fight. And I did. I fought hard. 6 months later, the school hosted its annual talent exhibition, a fundraiser with performances by the elite and speeches by the rich. But this year, for the first time, they announced a surprise self-defense demonstration, thanks to a new partnership with a local martial arts center. My dad had volunteered us, without telling me. When I saw my name on the flyer, I panicked. "Dad, they're going to laugh. I'm not ready." He looked at me. "Eliza, you're more ready than you've ever been." The day arrived. The auditorium was packed. Ivy sat in the front row, her lips curled into a cruel smirk as I stepped onto the mat. The instructor introduced me as Eliza Didnt, a student of urban combat and real-world defense. I heard snickers. Then the demo began. The instructor played the role of the attacker. I was the victim, or so they thought. First move, he grabbed me from behind. Within 2 seconds, I spun, elbowed, swept, and had him on the ground. Gasps. Second move, he charged head-on. I ducked, shifted, and flipped him over my hip. Hard. Silence. Final move. Multiple attackers. 3 trained martial artists surrounded me. I moved like water, deflecting, blocking, striking, dropping each one fluidly. No one laughed now. Even Ivy's mouth was slightly open. Then the mic was passed to me. I hesitated. Then I spoke. "My father taught me everything you just saw. He's not just a janitor. He's a veteran, a hero, and a warrior. And more importantly, he's my hero. You mocked him. You mocked me. But respect? That's earned in silence, in discipline, in how you rise when they expect you to fold." I dropped the mic, walked off the stage. The crowd erupted. After the event, kids I'd never spoken to came up to shake my hand. Teachers nodded respectfully. Even Ivy, smug, icy Ivy, didn't say a word. She just stared. The next morning, she wasn't at school. Some said she transferred. Others said she just couldn't face the new queen of Belmont Prep. Did I want revenge? Number what I got was better. Respect, pride, and a lesson I'll never forget. My dad once told me, some of us clean floors, some of us fight wars, and some of us do both. Quietly. But when it's time, we let the world know who we are. I know who I am now. I'm Eliza Didnt, janitor's daughter, fighter, survivor, and I'll never mop my spirit for anyone.